Okay, sorry I've been gone for a bit. Some health issues, let me put it that way. I recently changed cameras. I went from a D3200 to a D5500, both Nikons. They're both still entry-level cameras, but I am liking the 5500. But thought I'd show you some of the pictures I've been taking lately. Now this was done with my old camera, and I wanted to try making it a black and white. Silver Effects Pro in the Nix Collection is how I made the black and white. The grasses turned out too white, so this is something I would use. Now I stood up, did a portrait shot. As you can see, the sky was a little overcast. I had a lot of dead space above the tree. So I thought I'd crop it to an 8x10. And this is what I came up with. Several people really like it. And I do too. I'll probably make a print of it someday. Soon, hopefully. Now I was goofing off with the 5500. I wasn't pointing at anything. I was just testing the bracketing so I could do HDR. So this is just natural. I didn't even focus. The camera did that. But I like the texture in the paper bag. Now here I did the HDR. I know it's over the top, but the colors I was getting inside the bag, I have to redo that. I love it. Make good textures for other pictures. Now there was a building I wanted to shoot. Coming back, this was actually a ways off the road. I did the bracketing on it. I will admit, HDR I just created from the program. It's okay, not great. But when I zoom in, I love the texture I was getting in the fire hydrant. And I just thought this was fascinating. I probably won't make a print, but I thought it was cool. Oh, same place I shot the hydrant. The helicopter from the hospital was flying over. I couldn't zoom in all the way and still see the helicopter, so this is heavily cropped. Okay for the internet, not good for prints. And on the way home that day, we ran into some flash flooding. And you don't want to drive across it. As you can see here, it's a piece of wood. So you don't know what's underneath the water. The big wash back by these vehicles, that's where everybody was stopped. Now when the diesel trucks started moving through, I got this picture. I love the reflections of the clouds on this truck. This would probably be a keeper if it wasn't for the truck behind him and the car. So, I don't know, internet quality, I would say. Wouldn't do prints. Now, the driver pointed out the reflections in the water on the side of the road. Said, oh, get the reflections. I ended up getting this. The trees are really too dark. And you got the white line on the side of the road there, pole lines up above. Now this, I was playing a little bit with Color Effects Pro, also in the Nix Collection. And I did a little dodging and burning in Lightroom. This tree came out great, but the other trees were still a little too dark. And maybe I lightened them too much. I can always go back and make them darker. I do like what I got on the adjustment brush with the grasses on the edge of the road. And I didn't notice it, but we had this tar going right into the center of the picture. I thought that was kind of fun. And here I did a panoramic of the waters in front of us. I wish I'd done one more picture on the left. But zooming in, there's where the water's coming into the road. Going across. Wasn't too deep, but it's still, I think they say 6 inches of water can make a vehicle lose the grip on the road. So we waited for the truckers to go through, and then trucks, and then small cars, and that's when we finally moved on. And here, the flash flood going off into the desert. I did like it. So, I'm working on tutorials. I'm just having some issues with my disability. It's hard to talk, make sense. But I hope to get something out soon.